Hey, everybody. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. I am Adrienne Simpson, and y'all, welcome to the Warm Handshake with Adrienne Simpson. I am excited. I say that probably every time, but I am super excited today to introduce y'all to my good friend, Cherrise Wilks. Cherrise is the president and CEO, y'all, the founder, the big brain extraordinaire behind Affinity Consulting Group, and she's somebody you need to know. Cherrise, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me, Adrian. I'm excited to be here and talk to
Awesome.
your audience.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So let's just get started. Jump right in. Tell the folks who you are and what you do. I've already given them a little bit of snippet, but go into more detail about who you are, what you do, and what your company does.
Okay, so my name is Cherrise Wilks. I have a personal mission to be a giver of information to help people basically go after and strategically get the resources that they need to fund whatever goals that they may have. My personal mission is to actually impact over 1,000 businesses and be able to help them find funding and secure the resources and finances that they need to fuel their dreams for their future. So essentially, I own a business, Affinity Consulting Group, NEFL. It is a 13-year-old management consulting firm, women, Black owned business. We are based in Orlando, Florida, and my business has two clients. Number one, we serve the government, state, local, federal government, and we do that through government solutions. So on that side of the house, we actually perform services for community development, project management, grant contract administration, as well as disaster recovery services. But my heart and passion is serving small businesses on the small business advisory side. So, with that particular side of the house, we work with micro entrepreneurs and business owners who are in need of new revenue streams to fund their programs and their projects. And the services that we provide to them as an entrepreneur support organization is we help them with incorporation, we help with strategic and business planning. We also help them get access to capital, business certifications, and move into corporate and government contracting. And we do that through our network of partners. We partner with capital firms and CDFIs to make sure that you can get funding. In addition to, we also host classes through our new academy that is being launched called the Fund Finders Academy, where we are bringing in subject matter experts who will be teaching you not the what the funding is, but the actual how to get the funding and what you need to do in order to qualify and actually secure this funding. So, yes, some of it is
Period.
systemic. We all know that. We know a little bit of it is systemic, but there are actually methodologies, ways, and processes for you to be able to get this funding. And we're trying to teach you the right way to do it.
Oh my gosh, friend, I did not expect
Yes,
you.
Frank.
I didn't expect you to. Number one, I don't even think I've ever heard you say all of what you just said, and I've known you for years. Um,
Well,
what
a
is
lot of
so?
people don't understand that they're building blocks. And
Yeah.
actually, what we're also adding in August is we're going to be adding business brokerage services too, so that we can buy and sell businesses for
Buy
people.
and sell.
So yeah, buy and sell. And the reason for that is I've had a lot of epiphanies over the last year in terms of my own business and how it's taken me 13 years to get to a certain point. But
Mhm.
also, sometimes I don't want to work that hard.
That's
And I
right.
know that other people may not as well. But one of my favorite quotes is from Stephen Covey, which is begin with the end in mind. So
Mhm.
when you first begin your business, how do you want to live? How do you want to use your time? How much money do you want to make? You got to think about all the things and have a vision. Well, why are we always starting our own company from scratch and
Uh-huh.
going through all the heartaches that comes with growing and scaling a business? Why not go buy a business that already exists and get the financing for it? Because you actually don't even need your own funding to buy businesses half the time or
So,
most of
friend,
the time. There's ways to get it funded.
well,
So why
let's
not go buy a business?
pause right there
Yeah,
though, because
yeah.
you're blowing my mind. Number one,
Okay.
completely. And I've known you for a while, so I know some of the services you provide, but this is amazing. And I'm so thankful that you're here sharing with this audience in a way that can benefit them, learn more about your
Mm-hmm.
business and understand really the services you provide. So before you get into the business brokerage and how they can buy
Mm-hmm.
and sell businesses that already started, So we don't have to go
Yes.
through the heading. When you said that, I was like, yeah, let's tap into that. But before
Hmm.
we get into that, I want to talk also about how you help businesses structure, right? So you referenced
Hmm.
certifications, you referenced government contracts as well as corporate
Yeah,
contracts. But talk a little bit, if you can,
absolutely.
about those folks who are in business but want to structure
Hmm.
and grow.
Yes. So, how we help individuals that are CEOs that are currently in business, we more so provide either done with you or done for you services. We have even done some fractional office support for a couple of clients in the past who may need like contract office support to go after government contracts and they don't have enough staff to do the research, write proposals, do those types of activities. So, with our clients, we are going to structure those two methodologies in that way. We're either going to do it with you or do it completely for you and take it off your plate. And we just talk to you biweekly or something of that nature. You give us what we need and we go off and do the work so you don't have that headache. But
Sounds
when
good
it
to me.
comes to structure, oh, exactly. When it comes to structure, what we're looking for is a lot of people may just get started in business and they are great and they are passionate at what they do. But there's a lot of administrative and back end documents that you need to have that helps funders be able to vet your company for due diligence purposes. And they want to make sure that your company is viable, that it is profitable, that let's say if you are going after funding that may be debt and you need to pay it back, that your business is going to be able to pay that money back
Mm,
through your profits and the revenue that you're getting. So there's documentation that must be created in order to make sure that your business is structured properly. And this documentation is the same documentation you need to get businesses certified with local, county, state, federal, and corporations. They all have supplier diversity programs,
that's
and
right.
they have checklists of documents that you need to turn into them so that they can verify your business and verify your financials for your business. They ask you for a lot of information, but once you do it once, you can create a swipe file and basically replicate these same documents for more certifications and use it for funding applications as well. So we're trying to help people get that basic core information set up, making sure you got contracts in place. We partner with an attorney. Also, we are credential and certified contract managers, so we can actually draft contracts, have an attorney sign off on it, and basically help you with contracts. We review your contract and tell you maybe where there are some gaps or some holes that you're not thinking about with your contract. Do you have articles of incorporation and organization for your company? Do you have financial reports for your company? If not, we can show you how to get those set up on accounting software and then tell you what type of reports you're going to need. So we talk to you about all the minutia, all the stuff most
The
business owners
minutia.
don't want to talk about or do.
But you know what? So you mentioned there's a ton of minutia. But you reference,
Mm-hmm.
like, those articles, you reference certain certification, but talk,
Yep,
too, right? So hopefully, if someone's in business, they understand that they need articles, right? They may not, but could you also talk about some of the value and the relevance, there are in having those documents? I know when I opened my business bank
mm-hmm.
account, I needed those documents, right? I had to have those things. So talk a
Absolutely.
little bit about the value in them if they don't have them and why leveraging a company like yours is crucial to getting that
Mhm.
stuff done.
Yes. So, as you mentioned, one of the first ways that you were, or one of the first places you were asked for that documentation was to establish your business bank account. So, they asked you for your articles of organization or incorporation based on whether you're set up as an LLC or some other type of company. So, you need it for a business bank account. Within those documents, you are setting up exactly how your business is going to run, what to do in the event that you might become incapacitated or pass away, how your business is supposed to be dissolved or sold. If you gave your company a loan, let's say to start your business, you use
Mm,
personal money to start your business up front. That information is listed within your articles of organization or incorporation. There is a section for you to list what capital contributions you gave to your own company. Believe it or not, that information is going to come up later when you start applying for loans and funding. It's
uh,
going to come up later when you apply for that business bank account. They're going to ask you to see that. even on grant applications, I have seen on some grant applications where they ask you, how much money did you contribute to the start of your company? They
For
want to
sure.
know that you have skin in the game and that you were invested in your own company. And the way that you can document that is at the very beginning with those articles of incorporation or organization. So, believe it or not, writing as much stuff down as possible,
Mm-hmm.
having the articles, having at least a 90-day or a 12-month strategic plan, actually having a lean business model canvas or a business plan. Those documents are asked for down the road when you want to start using other people's money.
I love it. Listen, friend, within this short amount of time, you have shared so much content. I want the people to catch up with us. Y'all, if you have
Mhm.
been listening to this episode and you have not gotten all these nuggets that Cherrise has dropped, you're missing out. I want you to
Mhm.
rewind it, play it again, write the things down that she's saying, and catch up to speed with us, y'all. So we're going to pause right now just for a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back shortly. So y'all don't go anywhere.
Hey there! Are you an executive or entrepreneur looking to increase your income and revenue? Well, you've come to the right place. We're the LinkedIn Pros, a specialized agency that's all about crafting personalized LinkedIn strategies to help you achieve your revenue goals. Our amazing CEO, Adrian, is a pro at empowering business owners to position their brands for maximum impact. And she's also a whiz at helping professionals land their dream high-paying jobs. We're here to help you build your professional brand, expand your network, and achieve your wildest career aspirations. Don't settle for just getting by. Give us a shout today, and let's get started on your journey to success.
Hey, y'all, we are back. Thank you for joining me today, Cherrise Wilks, and she is again the president and CEO of Affinity Consulting Group, y'all. She has dropped so much information already in this episode about business and structure, how you get certified, right? What you can do and how you can leverage that for funding. And so, Cherrise, happy to
Yes.
still have you here, friend. And we just talked offline a bit about all the work that you've been doing for companies over the years. Could you talk a little bit about what someone might do if they want to work with you and how you can help them grow their business?
Sure. So if you'd like to work with Affinity Consulting, we do have a intake process. You're just going to set up a discovery call based on the type of service that you're looking for. We have a general discovery call that where you can tell us, are you looking for funding and you just need help, figuring out where it is? Or do you need assistance with actually creating your strategic plan or your business plan? We provide those services. Are you looking for access to capital? Do you want to actually find out what banks, other types of funders are available to you? Do you want to look for grants or actually have us help you with reviewing a grant application? We actually help you with those processes. Even when it comes to business certifications, we have packages where we will actually register you as a vendor, get you actually certified, create the documentation if you need it created for you. We'll work with you to do that. And we also give you market analysis and tell you how to find the contracts or position you with getting you information on the buyers that you actually need to contact.
Hold up.
So we are doing, yes,
Right there. Sorry, friend. Hold up. Do
yes,
not gloss over what you just said. Right.
okay,
I know this is natural to you, friend. It's like water coming out of the faucet. But you just said you help companies not only get them structured properly, right? But you just said, hey,
mm-hmm,
we're going to help you with the certification piece. We'll help you to create those documents, define them, help them register for all of that. And then I thought I
mm-hmm.
heard you say you identify opportunities for grants and funding, grants and funding,
Yes,
right? For what the
absolutely.
and the ideal clients. Is that what you said too? Or did I
Yes,
say that?
so we have research packages for funding, whether it's grants, loans, other types of business funding, and then we also do that for actual contracts. So we will look for those opportunities that might fit your company, or at minimum, tell you which departments you need to target to do business with, and then we coach you on how to actually do business with them. So
And
those
coaching.
are our done and coaching. So we those are our done for you services. And for those who are not ready to work with us in that capacity, we are launching the Fund Finders Academy. which can be found at www.thefundfinders.com. And so that particular platform is going to be the educational platform for Affinity Consulting Group. And that is where we will have DIY, so do it yourself courses, where you can take modules and learn how to do these things on your own to secure funding, and take classes and do work, have homework assignments. And you're doing this on your
Self-paced.
own time,
Yeah.
self-paced on your own time. And that is for you if you are not quite ready to make the investment for a done for you service where we are handling everything on your behalf.
So opportunities for folks to
Mhm.
not only learn more about, again, solid structure, and how to go and
Absolutely.
find those opportunities for funding and for continued work. So it's not just about the funding and due diligence, but also about finding the contracts for them to get into. And some of those are multi-year contracts. Is that fair to say?
It is fair
That's
to
a
say.
soft pitch.
I've had several of them.
I love it. I love it. What I love too, though, is you just said it. Is you shared at the beginning of this episode that you've been in business for 13 years, and that's
Yes.
13 years of experience, right? 13 years of value add and information that you've gained as a business owner that you share with your clients. So I love that. I love it.
Yes.
Cherrise, whoo, that's a
Mhm.
lot. Um, I want to talk a little bit more, if we can, about your the Fund Finders Academy, right? And so you
Yes.
mentioned it's a DIY or do-it-yourself opportunity that's going to launch pretty soon, right? Coming soon.
Yes, it will be launched at the beginning of July. We are going to have some quizzes that people can take to determine whether or not you are ready for funding. You will move into being able to take classes. So the first three classes that we're going to have up are going to be the top 5 ways to find business funding and resources. That's going to be the first class. The second class will be the top 10 business grant questions and how to answer them. We will also have a 10-week virtual cohort that runs on creating your business plan. So that's going to be a 10-week module that's also within the course. That one will be, I'm probably going to do that one as a hybrid because I like to interact with the students. I could do it all virtual, but I don't want to do that. So
Yeah.
at least with the business planning course, that one's probably going to be a hybrid one. And then after that, we're going to have additional modules on the 22 types of business funding. And we're going to be launching some other modules, such as like how do you actually complete business loan applications, and practical things that people need to know about securing funding. Also, building relationships with the government and how to get funding from them. So
Oh
we're going to
man.
be rolling these out throughout the year. And additionally, we're going to have books available. So the first book is The 5 Proven Steps to Find Business Funding. So that's more about the strategy. That will be sold on the website. And we're going to be launching 4 additional books as well, how to bridge and build relationships with the government, as well as actually partnering with nonprofits to be able to fund your business as well.
That's good.
So we're
That's
going to be
good.
bringing all of those classes, and again, other experts that will be talking about marketing, business insurance. They're going to get into the weeds with you with accounting. So maybe if you use QuickBooks, I'm going to have an expert on there telling you how to set up your QuickBooks appropriately so that you can get the financial information that you need.
Oh,
So
that's
it is
great.
literally all things funding, but doing it with experts who this is their life, this is their business. It sometimes is not always sexy, but the work has to be done, and you're going to be thankful once it's done.
So this is a one-stop shopping, friend. I disagree, because funding and finding money is always sexy.
Mhm.
And so
Okay.
you listen, that one-stop shop thing is that's going to be key, right? That's going to be key
Mhm.
for anybody who's really serious about leaning into their business, growing their business beyond where they are. I've had plenty of folks talk about,
Absolutely.
government contracts and kind of how you get into that business. So for anybody who's curious about that, Cherrise certainly has an extensive knowledge about that. There's going to be more on her website. She's going to share more in the coming months. And so love that you got just plenty of opportunity for folks who want to not
Yes.
only gain more insight into their business, but grow it. You reference strategic plans. You talked about business
Mhm.
plans, friend. I think those are 2 key outlets, 2 key really important plans that people kind of gloss over now. Like people get into business
Yes.
really quickly and they want to, move forward, but there's no plan. Without a plan, how are you going to understand where you're trying to go?
Yes. And then based on the type of funding that you're trying to secure, it's strategic, it's a strategy. When do you go after certain types of funding? So we're going to break all that down for you. If you're in business less than 5 years, maybe you don't need to absolutely go after, some extremely large SBA loan. Maybe some do, depending upon the type of business that you may be creating and or purchasing. So, there's different models and different ways to secure funding for your business. And it's about understanding the type and then understanding the strategies to secure each of them.
Could you share just a little bit about touch on a little bit for those folks who are in business and they're thinking about maybe I need some
Mhm,
funding? Like, what are some important factors or key steps that they should be keenly aware of if they're
mhm.
interested or think they might be interested in getting some funding? What should they be looking for?
So I think the key factor that you need to ask yourself as a business owner is, what is your risk tolerance? And what I mean by that is sometimes it's mindset. Sometimes we're taught, bootstrap your company. My products are called beyond bootstrapping because I want people to move beyond thinking that they need to
Yes.
use their own cash for everything. You
Mhm.
absolutely do not. What you need is the strategy. If you're going to go get additional cash, how are you going to pay that back and by when? That's the strategy. So you need to be thinking bigger beyond, I'm going to continue to use my own money to finance, grow, and scale my business. So a lot of it is mindset. Making sure that you got budgets and projections and cash projections and things in place so that you know exactly, if I go get, let's say it's $50,000, where are all of my dollars going to go?
Mhm.
Where am
Mhm.
I going to spend it? What line items? How do I want to spend it on revenue generating activities? Is it a person? Is it automation? Is it, a better email marketing system? You have to assign your money a
Yes.
task
Yes. Yes. Yes.
even
Yes.
before you get it. So it's all of those things. Basically, thinking future focus and making sure that the money that you want to have, that you've got a place for it to exist and to grow and to earn you more money, more interest, more whatever it is that you want in life. And so definitely making sure that you set everything up in order to position yourself to get as much money as possible for your company.
I love this. This is a perfect segue for that last statement because
Okay.
so setting them up for getting as much money as possible. You referenced
Mm-hmm.
earlier being a management consultant because what happens, friend, if by plan, strategy, or sheer luck, folks in business get this huge government. Everybody thinks that all contracts are good, right? They're all big. So
Yes.
what happens if
Yes.
somebody does land a big government contract and then they get this influx of cash? What do they do next? Like, do they hire somebody like you to
Yes.
help them manage that money?
So you definitely need a team of professionals around you. I certainly tell everyone you got to have an accountant, need an attorney, you need a business coach, you definitely need an insurance broker, and then you need someone who can help you with overall operations and management, which is
Mm,
why my company is a management consulting firm, because I am looking at systems and how everything interacts with each other. It's great that you can go get the money, but how are you going to manage it? The tagline for Affinity Consulting Group is plan it, fund it, manage it. And it's that reason because you need a plan to go acquire the funding. And once you have it, how are you going to manage it and not get yourself in trouble with the IRS, not get yourself in trouble with the government,
with
making
the
sure you're in
government.
compliance, making sure you basically are a good steward of the money that you have. Yes, when you get profits from government contracts, if it's structured that way, there's a lot of companies who may enter contracts and they undercut themselves or underbid or
Mhm.
underestimate what the work is actually going to cost. So sometimes they don't make that much profit. We actually help you even with cost estimating because we work on government contracts. I have actually been a former government employee, so I've been internal issuing these RFPs out on the street. I know exactly what they're looking for. So that's my value add to be able to help your company position yourself to bid properly. Make sure you're estimating how much work it's going to cost, how much time it's going to cost, and basically price your stuff correctly so that when you win that bid, you do have profits
Then
that you
you're
can
ready.
then reinvest into your company. So
Then
yeah,
you're
there's
ready.
tons of ways to reinvest that profit. You can go hire more people. You could put it into a retirement account. Business owners need retirement accounts.
Yes,
You
yes,
can
yes,
go put
yes.
it into a retirement account and invest it into something else like real estate or stocks and bonds. So
So
there's multiple ways to earn money.
again, continuing to blow minds, right? And in today's episode, y'all, listen, y'all, we have spent some time today with Cherrise Wilks of Affinity
Yes.
Consulting. She has talked to us today, y'all, about structuring your business. We really talk more from the perspective of folks who are already in business. But listen,
Mm-hmm.
there's opportunity for structuring, restructuring, strategy, management consulting, all the things. We also
Mm-hmm.
talked about funding, right? Finding funding, grants, corporate
Mm-hmm.
funding, government funding, contracting, the management of those contracts once you get the funding, y'all, how to continue to move forward, even investing some of that in the
Mm-hmm.
profits and all of that. Cherrise, please tell this audience how they can in fact find you, what they can do if they want to work with you, and just any more tidbits that you want to share as we continue to wrap up this episode. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. So, in order for you to find me, you can go to www.acgfl.com. And then, if you want to connect with us on social, all of the avenues, you can actually put a backslash and go to link in bio, and that will pop up a landing page, and you can click on all the links and connect directly with me on all social media channels, personal and for business, as well as find the Fund Finders website and the landing page for the books that are coming out. So it is a one-stop shop on that link in bio.
All of it. I love it.
All of it.
I love it. I love it. I'm so excited to just watch the explosive growth in your company, and I'm even more excited to watch as you help other business owners grow and expand too.
Absolutely.
Y'all,
That's the goal.
again, I want to thank Cherrise, y'all, for joining us today. I hope you have captured some great information. I know you have. If you haven't, y'all, rewind, capture the notes, look in the show notes, all those things. But make sure you connect with Cherrise on all social media platforms, y'all, including LinkedIn, to be sure to follow her. And make sure that if you're not ready to sign up with her company today, that you absolutely look for the fundfinders.com and make sure you connect with her in that way. Thank you again, y'all. Have an amazing time. And listen, it's been my pleasure to be your host for the Warm Handshake with Adrienne Simpson. We'll see you next time.
Thank you, Adrienne.
Thanks for tuning in to the Warm Handshake with Adrienne Simpson. Let's stay connected and continue the conversation. Follow Adrienne on LinkedIn and join our community of like-minded individuals.